Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna talk about the graphene. As you can see in this picture, this is graphene, atom of graphene. What is graphene? The simplest way to describe graphene is that a single thin layer of graphite, the soft, flaky material used in pencil lead. Graphite is an allotrope of the element carbon, meaning the process the same atom, but they arrange in a different way, giving the material different properties. For example, both diamond and graphite are form of carbon, yet they have wildly different natures. Diamond are incredibly strong, while graphite is brittle. Graphene atoms are arranged in a hexagonal arrangement. Properties of graphene. Graphene is one of the most thinnest material. It is only one carbon atom thick, around 0.34 nanometer. It is also recognized as the toughest second material, much harder than either steel or diamond of the same dimension. Graphene has a tensile strength of the maximum stress, and the material can withstand while being stretched or pulled before falling or breaking. With over 1 terapascal, there is only one material that may be stronger than graphene, which is carbide, which is strength of carbon atom. Basically, one atom wide graphene ripping carbide is very difficult to synthesize. Potential application. Graphene is one atom thick sheet of carbon atom as arranged in a honeycomb-like pattern. Graphene is considered to be the world's thinnest, strongest, and the most conductive material to both electricity and heat. All these properties are exciting researches and business around the world, as graphene has the potential to revolutionize entire industries in the field of electricity, conductive energy generation, batteries, sensors, and more. As you can see in these pictures are showing us the application and use of graphene. Graphene used in aircraft parts, in batteries, in the wind turbines, in car interiors, in construction materials, in flexibility panels, a lot of things. Mass production of graphene material. Many reviewers has been published in the preparation of graphene material on the laboratory scale, 16,200,000 and more. And here the focus is one industry scale production of graphene material are rated issue. The technique of the mass production must be able to meet the needs of scale of testing industries, which is typically a kilogram powder of suspension containing graphene flakes, typically of the micrometer scale, or 1,000 pieces of the continuous graphene film usually larger than millimeter size. Considering the following factors, the diamond are attaining the desired properties and form of morphology of the target graphene product. 2. The quality of the application of the graphene material. 3. The scalability from the laboratory to the industry. 4. The stability and controllability of the manufacturing. We note that the current production technique used in industries are many for graphene are exfoliation, reduction of graphite oxide, and CVD. Where to find graphene in nature? Actually, graphene cannot be found in nature. You may know that graphene is a layer or sheet that is extracted from graphite, because graphite is a layer material. Most time, famous Scotch tape may produce graphene, but you cannot identify it without using electron microscope. Chemical properties of graphene. Graphene is chemically the most reactive form of carbon. Carbon atom is at the edge of graphene sheet have a special chemical reactivity. Graphene burn at a very low temperature, which is 350 Celsius. Graphene has the highest ratio of edgy carbon in comparison with similar materials such as carbon nanotubes. Graphene is commonly modified with oxygen and nitrogen containing functional groups. The electronic properties of graphene. The electronic properties of graphene is 4. It is a zero overlap semi-material with both hole and electrons as charge carries. with a very high electrical connectivity. Electrons are able to flow throughout graphene more easily than thought ever, even copper. The electrons travel throughout the graphene sheet as if they carried no mass, as fast as just 100 than the speed of light. High charge carrier mobility on this value is 10,000 centimeter per millisecond, and in some cases even 200,000 were reported. In this sheet, I'm gonna talk about the strength of graphenes and how the scientists can calculate the strength of graphene. It is found that the graphene is harder than diamond about 300 times and even stronger than steel in 300 times. The tensile strength of graphene is exceed 1000 terabyte, and it is stretched up into 20% in tensile length. As you can see in the following picture, an elephant of 15,000 pounds is standing over a steel pencil, and this steel pencil is over one sheet of graphene atom. This graphene, the pencil can't make a hole in this graphene atom even when the elephant is standing over it. This show us that the graphene sheet, which is contained of one atom thick, is really strong and have high elasticity properties. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoy. Goodbye.